Cortland Rail Fan Productions here. Well, today we're going to be talking about the Chargers again. Well, I don't know. The Chargers and I do not know which videos is going to be. So, we might talk about the Colorado commuter connector service, and probably a little bit of the Chargers and see how they're doing, and probably a little bit of Kansas City Southern. Well, let's just get straight into the video, I guess, and yeah. The LC42 Charger uses a Cummins QSK 9516 cylinder 4-stroke high-speed diesel engine. It uses 4,200 horsepower, a top speed of 125 miles per hour. It uses 200,000 US gallons. Its weight is 280 pounds, 71.5 feet, 140 pounds. Its ACP has a 100,000 kilowatt engine. Its emissions is the EPA Tier 4. Their horns are used by Nathan K5LA of the fleet of the horns. Here's some. Now, the Chargers horns, they sound like a decent, but like sometimes the horns are fouled, and that's like literally like the horns. Like, I do not know what Amtrak did to those horns, but Amtrak, please fix your damn ACL 42 Chargers. Please do. Okay, please. Instead, I like the Chargers. I usually like the Genesis Fleet too a little bit, but usually I like the P42s better than the Chargers. Because usually the P42DC has like a good horn. Some of them are like fouled. Some of them are being retired, being turned to P42Es. But the P42 is like my favorite ones than the Chargers a little bit, so yeah. But instead, we're going to be talking about the most literally unknown railroad I've ever heard in freaking Colorado. Now, you may know where this is going, but there's a railroad called Colorado's Connector. It's literally like, I'm going to freaking crash out on this railroad. So, beware, I'm gonna crash out and probably say a little bit of swear words. So, beware. Yeah. But let's talk about this, Colorado train service. So, yeah. Now, this railroad, who even made a crackhead of this fucking railroad? Like, who even made the railroad in the first place? Like, you're just gonna make a Colorado railroad, but then you're literally copying Amtrak Cascades, cars, and the freaking locomotives. Like, who even made the railroad in the first place? Like, I want to hear this thing horn, but they don't have a horn yet. They haven't still built the locomotives yet, but there is a picture of what's the locomotive is gonna be like. Like, if you're gonna, like, they're literally copying other railroads. They literally copy Amtrak's design. Like, you're just gonna copy someone else's design? Like that? Like, build your own freaking locomotive. It's literally that easy. Why? Why are you just gonna steal someone else's design who even made it in the first place? Like, you literally have the same... By the way, those locomotives are freaking ALC 42Es. The new ones for Amtrak Cascades unit that was built for Amtrak probably this year and probably in testing service right now. Like, if you're gonna steal someone's design, you can't do that. And I know this railroad is probably gonna flop. So, I don't know when this railroad's gonna flop, but hopefully this thing flops. Cause like you're just gonna copy someone else's, and then you're gonna yap about Colorado, and then you're gonna yap about the railroad. Like it thinks that, oh, this railroad is doing a good job. Like I know this railroad is gonna flop, but instead I like them. I like them more, but they need to fix the design of that locomotive. Like you can turn it into like a freaking MP36 dash, I don't know, or a freaking P42, which most railroads does have actually, but some are getting retired by Amtrak for some dang reason. I don't know why. But you can just literally just make your own railroad. Like you can use like a Dash 8, a freight engine, or something else that's freaking diesel, rather than freaking future trains that you're gonna steal from Amtrak. But instead, this railroad is probably just gonna flop. But that's my perspective. But I guess we're gonna be talking about KCS and the Amtrak P42s. Well, let's get jumping straight through about this railroad. No, matter of fact, not that. My bad, my brain is not braining. But let's just jump into that subject, and yeah. Now, let's jump into the Amtrak P42DC, and I'll talk about KCS soon, but the Amtrak P42 horns, like, they're like the freaking best horns ever, like, Amtrak ever put. But instead, since like the P40DC is like retired and all that type, but instead I like them more because like if like if the Chargers were that good, they would have like potential to win. But instead, I choose the P42s, and yeah. But instead, I like them than the P42. I like the P42s than the Chargers, but they have the best sounding horns. Never lie, but I'm not gonna like they have the best horns, but now I'm gonna jump in KCS soon. So yeah, but let's talk about the fleet. But since the K5LAs are good, yeah. But let's just go and jump into the KCS fleet and just, yeah. But let's go. The P42DC horns are like literally the best horns ever in my entire life. Like, for example, 63 has a good 90s K5LA. They're so good. Like, I think why people call the P42DC overrated, because like those are like the best horns ever. And usually I just like them because for some reason they're just my favorite locomotive. But they're like the best locomotives for my entire life, so probably I might talk about more of them in the future. I do not know when, but some of them are getting retired, sadly. So we probably want to spend probably like a final times of seeing these locomotives before they get scrapped. But instead, let's talk about KCS now. But now we talk about my favorite railroad, probably for like, I don't know how many years. Well, if you know what I'm talking about, KCS. This railroad is probably like the most best railroad ever if the merger did not happen. But the merger would still happen. I like CPKC, I like CP trains, but usually I just like them. I just like KCS for some reason. Usually it's because of their wicked horns. Sometimes they're ET44s, and sometimes one of my favorites, KCS 5015. This horn is a Nathan K5LA, and I have heard. Like, I haven't heard a K5LA on an ET44 on KCS. Like, oh my god, I can't see nothing. But usually, their horns are awesome. And I just like them for some reason. So, for some reason, I'm just going to be, like, talking about a little bit about them. for some reason, usually I just like their OCS trains, everything. Probably their military trains and something, but instead there's like, I like them and they have a good horn. So yeah, but well, that's it for this video, I guess. I'm sorry, but talked about a little bit of KCS, but this is gonna be like a short video here because I'm busy. For some reason I have to do some more videos. I have to do probably like the longest videos ever. I might do like the bunch of CSX and NS history. So, well, yeah, but well, this is Cortland Rail Fanning Productions, and I'm here and stay safe in the high run on the Surfliner. I'm out.
Train approaching. Please remain behind yellow line.